Right. Who's she? Have you heard tell anyone's taking pickers, girls?
No.
She's their side at wall.
It's 10 past.
Go and hurry, Mum, Joe.
She's coming.
No sign of him, then. You should know better than expecting. But he ought to be here for his dad's funeral. Can you get Grandad? Take it slow. I don't want Jacob bumped about on his last ride.
There's no right to anything. No right at all.
That's your opinion.
What are you going to do about him, then? Tell me that.
It's more what he wants to do. We'll have to find that out first.
Will he have gone home, you think?
Well, if he has, it'll do him no harm to wait. We've had to wait for him long enough.
I'm puzzled why he didn't come to the burial.
He never bothered about Dad alive, so why should he dead?
He's not been as good a son as he ought. I'll give you that.
You've got no option to do otherwise.
Happen not. But I can still fetch you one, married though you are. So watch your tongue. Whatever rights and wrongs of case, I'm having no family squabbles today. Understand? Jack's my son. I can handle him. And rest of family. If you've done, I'll get back.
Been a sad day for you then, Annie.
Jacob and me had 30 good years together. I can't grumble.
But he weren't an old man. I was sorry to see him go.
As I say, you're about your best customer. Come on in. I'm not having picnic. So you've come home then?
Aye, Ma. That's it.
Get us in a chair. Tea's on table. Don't worry. We'll fix something up.
I'm not worried.
That's good. Because I have a thing or two to put you to rights about. I could have said a lot before family earlier. But I prefer to keep it between parties concerned. So just keep your tongue quiet till I've done. You walked out on your dad just when he needed help. And apart from a letter now and again, I've had sight and a sign of you. Well, past, and your dad's dead. But whatever kind of a mess you've made of your life outside, I'm not so unnatural a mother I can refuse you food and shelter. If you want to stay home, you're welcome.
Thanks. But it's my farm now, isn't it?
Right. But it's a hard living here. And what we eat, we work for. Milking's at 6. I'll give you a call.
Well, if we're going to be neighbours, we'd better get introduced. Jack Sugden, brother Joe.
Marian Wilks.
Wilks. Wilks and Fisher. That your dad's firm?
Do you know them?
Didn't they kill all the fish in the Tannet?
It was an accident.
I'm sure. Nobody drops a couple of 100,000 gallons of poison into a river deliberately. Unless, of course, it's the cheapest way of getting rid of it.
Well, that weren't very nice.
I thought you were the big animal lover.
But I do like animals.
But what? Don't fish count?
Of course. But she didn't do it.
She lives off it. In my book, that's living off immoral earnings.
Mrs. Sugden? My name's Wilks. I've bought Inglebrook across the fields. I'd like a word with you, please.
You best come in.
Thank you.
That's my daughter, Mrs. Skilbeck.
How do you do? I'll get straight to the point, Mrs. Sugden. As the owner of Inglebrook, I've a right of way across your land to my lower meadow. Do you know that?
No, I don't. Who says you have?
It's in the deeds.
Have you brought them with you?
No, I haven't. But you...
I've lived here over 30 years. There's no one has any rights in this farm but us. And it'll take more than your say-so to make me think otherwise.
You can inspect the deeds any time you wish.
Where are they?
At my solicitor's. I can make an appointment for you to see them at his office.
If you want me to look at anything, you can bring it here. I've no time to waste gallivanting around solicitors' offices.
As you wish. I'll be in touch.
Just a minute. No one's going to stop you using gate. So what's all the fuss?
I simply wish to claim my right of way over your property.
There's no need to claim anything. We don't bite people's heads off for walking cross fields, as long as they shut gates and do no harm.
It's not a question of walking, Mrs. Sugden. The main gate to Inglebrook's on a corner by the main road, and I don't like it. So I propose to have it walled off and use the lower gate on the meadow as the main entrance.
You mean you want to drive cars and things through our back way?
If that's what you call it, I do. At the moment, it's impossible because it's littered with farm implements. I want them cleared away.
Well, you can go on wanting. And they're not littered, as you call it. They're stored. That's where we keep them.
I'm entitled to unimpeded right of way. You'll have to move them, Mrs. Sugden. The law's on my side.
Just somebody I met, sir.
Well, sir, I don't care when you met him, but why was he doing this kind of...
Mind if I join you? Aren't you going to introduce me?
Alex Saunders, Jack.
Sugden.
How do you do?
Old Yorkshire name, Sugden. Very old. Mentioned in the Doomsday Book. What's your pedigree?
Let's go.
You haven't finished your drink.
I'm particularly the right drink.
Doesn't look as if you are.
As soon as Father knew what was happening, he had the dumping stopped.
I'm sure the fish were very grateful. But unfortunately, dead.
Didn't get much change there, did you?
Early days.